feel. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful. Yes, just like that, Mike Tyson. Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. You break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful. Roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent. Complete game. Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete. Exactly. Just enough. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent roll. Excellent defense, champ. This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. Excellent. Nice left hook. Up, up. We're done. The job is over. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time! Oh! Oh, great work. That's not good. I'm not a beautiful. I want all those all rounds.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto.
True.
You think somebody really wants to think about you? What's good that I think?
Can we order some new laces, please?
Holy cow. 5.
Gene Kilroy motivates Mike Tyson in training camp, boosting his confidence and pushing him harder.
It's not how old you are, it's how old you feel.
I don't feel what the word old. I don't feel that.
No. Well, you're smart going into the new wave.
No, it's always the old wave. It's always this.
Yeah.
I could do all this stuff and not have this and this.
Yeah, that's what you need. The will determine the skill.
Yes.
The story of success is be around successful people.
I don't believe that.
No. What can you lose? What can you win from a loser?
Huh? You can learn how not to lose.
Huh?
You can learn how not to lose.
Okay, you learn how not to lose.
Yeah.
But you don't,
You get more out of losing than you do out of winning.
Okay, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a heart operation.
Yeah.
But there's a good guy's going to operate on me. Nice guy, nice guy. But there's another guy's who did 20 operations. Who are you going to recommend?
Mike Tyson trains relentlessly, mastering each drill with precision, power, and speed. His determination fuels every intense, sweat-soaked session.
So I was like, Mike, what was the name of the theater that Corbett fought? Mike, he's like, yeah, such and such. He said the right name. I was like, God, I could never get him. I could never get him.
Mike Tyson displayed raw power during mid-work at training camp. His sharp footwork and intense focus amplified each impactful punch.
You're up in the air. What do you want? Yeah, look what you want. It's fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful right there.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Sit roll. Bang, bang, bang. Sit roll. What's the best one? What's the best one, coach? What's the best one, coach? Sit roll. Stop it. Hey, put a shot. Isso. That's it. Sit roll. Put a shot. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, look where your left hook is when you finish, Mike.
Mike Tyson remains confident in his status as the best, approaching the fight with a champion's mindset.
It's a war. Don't be left the fuck alone. You gotta really believe that. It's all I ever lived for. It's all I ever lived for. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. My mentor told me, look, I got a little man. I want it all. No, I'm talking, I want it all. You be careful what you wish for. You might get it. You kill people in the ring, you should kill doubt in your mind and in your soul and your heart. Kill it, it's dead.
Viewed this way, returning fighters aren't hurting their legacy but leveraging their hard-earned freedom after years of intense dedication. Combat sports require immense commitment, often starting young, and careers are typically shorter than in other fields.
Let them get their money. They're gonna make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's the exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not going to count against their actual record, but it's a real fight. And Mike Tyson is not going to hold back no punches like he did with Jake Paul. And Floyd Mayweather ain't gonna hold back no punches.
Jeff Mayweather explained that his nephew Floyd had always embraced the villain role throughout his career, thriving on the boos and backlash rather than shrinking from them. He believed a fight with Mike Tyson would present a unique challenge to Floyd's legacy, forcing him to step into uncharted territory against a completely different kind of legend. At the same time, Mayweather saw it as another opportunity for Floyd to showcase the confidence and skill that had defined his entire career.
So that's why it's easy, because Floyd always was the bad guy. Once again, he's gonna be the bad guy. And I think that if there's any way to try to remove his O, it may happen.
Do you believe this is a comeback for more than one fight? Do you believe we'll see him for 3, 4, however many fights?
I don't know. I just think that
Henry strongly criticized boxing's reliance on exhibition matches featuring aging legends. He cited Pacquiao's upcoming fight against Provodnikov and Mayweather's potential bout with Tyson as examples prioritizing profit over genuine competition, especially given the divisive Tyson-Paul fight, which amplified concerns about fighter safety and the sport's integrity.
And Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. I mean, that's the most money-motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering it because they are two former champions of note, and it is going to go on their professional records. But if you thought the first fight wasn't particularly entertaining, I can't imagine this one's going to be much better. The one thing I will say is that I believe Pacquiao's in better condition than I realized after the effort he put in against Mario Barrios.
At the same time, Henry acknowledged the enormous scale of the event, particularly with a platform like Netflix backing the production. Despite his criticism, he admitted there was undeniable curiosity surrounding the matchup, questioning which fighter had lost more sharpness over the years. While Mayweather had been inactive for long stretches, Pacquiao had endured significantly more battles throughout his career. That uncertainty, Henry noted, created intrigue even for purists who despise the concept.
Is just who's declined the most. Because Mayweather's not had a proper fight in such a long time, which you could argue means he won't be as sharp in the ring. But then on the other hand, Pacquiao's had way more fights than Mayweather has, so you could argue he's got less left in the tank. It's difficult to figure out what it means for either guy, and we don't really know which way it's going to go. But I guess, if I'm being really honest, as much as I don't love it, there's always going to be a little bit of intrigue there. Kind of don't like myself for it, but I'm just being honest with you guys. And I think if we want to have a real conversation about what this fight represents, is a continued frustration around the truth about the first fight, which was that it came too late and it turned into more and more of a cash grab. This fight embodies that to a whole new level. Even for the broadcaster Netflix, I don't believe they're truly invested in the sport of boxing. They'll take one-off big events that get them more subscribers, that increase their revenue, that increase their subscription base, but they don't really care about the sport. If they did, they'd be putting on a lot more events than just these mega fights that involve, influencers.
While the debate over legacy fights continued, one thing remained undeniable: Floyd Mayweather's ability to generate wealth had always matched his skill inside the ring. Floyd Mayweather amassed over $1.1 billion throughout his legendary boxing career, with his biggest paydays coming from the mega fights against Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. Beyond the ring, he claimed to generate roughly $300 million monthly through strategic investments, particularly in real estate. One of his smartest moves came in 2006 when he paid $750,000 to exit his top-rank contract, a decision that paved the way for him to earn $750 million in subsequent fights. His diversified portfolio now included luxury properties.
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000, and in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was
I think
because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss, that I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. made headlines again in October 2024, not for a fight, but for a massive real estate acquisition in New York City. He entered into a contract to purchase a portfolio of more than 60 affordable housing buildings in Upper Manhattan for approximately $402 million. The deal included over 1,000 residential units, marking one of the largest multifamily property transactions in the city that year. Partnering with Black Spruce Management.
There's a flex happening with Floyd Mayweather that we were all cheering and congratulating him from, but we might need to put a pin in that as some evidence comes forward that things may not be how they seem. So a couple weeks back, I talked about it here on the show. Floyd Mayweather said he dropped $402 million on 62 Manhattan rental buildings. But Business Insider went and did the research. They did their Googles, and they said they couldn't find any receipts that this is true. There were no deed transfers, no public records, nothing. They made some phone calls to owners, and they could not find any information regarding this transaction. Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. Of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books, because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
While Mayweather's business empire continued expanding, his potential return to the ring sparked a different kind of conversation among those who revered his legacy. For many fans, the thought of Mayweather fighting again carried an uncomfortable tension. His pristine 50-0 record stood as a monument to precision, preparation, and technical genius, qualities that defined an era. Watching him step back between the ropes risked shifting the narrative from celebration to concern, from mastery to decline. Unlike the calculated brilliance of his prime, where every move served a purpose, a comeback could expose what time had quietly taken away. The fear wasn't that he might lose, but that the legend itself could be diminished.
And in the ring, I love watching Floyd. It would be sad to watch him fight somebody like Terrence Crawford and get destroyed and destroy the image that we have of Floyd. The challenge with him, again, is he decided to build his brand around, I have a bunch of money, and this looks like what Ocho Cinco was referring to. It looks like he's doing it for the money. I hope, just like Shannon Sharp said, I hope he's doing it just because he just wants to fight and he doesn't have anything better to do. It doesn't look like that based on the way that he has branded himself over the last 20 years, but I guess maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. But that article that you're referring to, Steve, I can't remember which publication put it out there, but they laid out a lot of the stuff that he allegedly is in trouble with financially.
And guys, Manny Pacquiao is doing his own exhibition April 18th against Ruslan Provodnikov. I think it's a natural that those two fight. Mayweather-Pacquiao, you can call it go for broke. It'll sell like hotcakes.
Beyond the questions of legacy and motivation, a more practical concern loomed over the proposed matchup: the undeniable reality of age. One of the most compelling talking points surrounding the upcoming Tyson Mayweather exhibition was the simple truth of their ages. Tyson was approaching 59 while Mayweather sat at 48, placing both men decades past the traditional prime of professional fighters. In a sport where reflexes, stamina, and recovery speed determine outcomes, age naturally became the central concern. The physical demands of boxing remained unforgiving, speed slowed over time, durability declined, and the body required longer recovery between exchanges. Though both athletes had maintained impressive conditioning, stepping into the ring carried inherent risk, especially at this stage of life.
What they seem to be, though, is less so a fight promotion and more so rights holders. They hold the global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and a number of other Comcast events. Basically, their business is they lease out the rights for footage to old fights to different networks or entities. So it is a bit weird to see them involved in a fight which I would have to assume the cost would be close to 9 figures to stage. It's just honestly puzzling, but seeing there's apparently more information about broadcast partnerships to come, I guess we'll see soon who else is involved. But bottom line, why is this happening?
Adding another layer to the conversation was the significant age gap between both men and what it revealed about the nature of the matchup. An age gap exceeding a decade added a fascinating dimension to the fight, raising questions about reflexes, conditioning, and the ability to maintain pace across multiple rounds. Timing and reaction speed naturally declined with age, while endurance became increasingly unpredictable under the intensity of the spotlight. Yet years of accumulated experience served as a critical counterbalance. Decades of ring intelligence, tactical awareness, and emotional composure could help offset some physical limitations. Despite those compensations, the advanced stage of both careers ensured this exhibition was about more than entertainment. It became a rare opportunity to observe resilience and longevity, offering fans a glimpse into how elite fighters manage the challenges of aging while still performing at the highest level.
Well, Tyson's last outing with Paul has set the groundwork to show just how big an exhibition fight can truly be. Now, exhibitions are a thing we've seen throughout the history of boxing. It's nothing new. Even the great Ali ended up in odd exhibitions for big paydays. Yet what Paul Tyson showed is you can take a fighter like Tyson, who doesn't have much left to give, and whip up a promotion to make the public believe he's back in his prime, and as a result do some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. The quality of the fight itself doesn't matter because, hey, you're already watching. And at a guess, that's exactly what they're gonna try to do here. In the press release, they didn't really talk about how great of a fight it's gonna be, rather how robust their promotional campaign will be, with weekly premium storytelling, which of course probably will do numbers. And they didn't just choose Tyson and Mayweather because they're two massive names.
As the debate over age and legacy intensified, one prominent voice in combat sports offered a blunt assessment of what these exhibitions truly represented. Ariel Helwani shared a strong perspective on the upcoming bout, raising concerns that quickly sparked discussion among fans. He believed the fight was largely unnecessary, questioning the value of bringing legends back at such an advanced stage in their careers. For Helwani, the match felt more like a spectacle than a meaningful sporting contest, with both competitors well past their physical peak. He worried that the risks involved might outweigh any entertainment or financial benefit, emphasizing that fighter health and well-being should always come first. His comments reflected a broader debate about the resurgence of former champions, especially when events appeared motivated more by publicity than athletic competition. While fans might feel excitement at seeing familiar names in the ring, Helwani urged caution, pointing out that age inevitably affected speed, reflexes, and endurance. In his view, the fight wasn't necessary and could potentially undermine the legacy of both men rather than celebrate it.
In today's economic times, there's economic challenges. These corporations and companies, they're looking to make profit. And if they put out a pay-per-view, and a lot of people, another thing is the fighters. I'm blaming the fighters too, because there's a lot of guys, they're not bigger than the fighters of yesteryear. That's why you can have a Floyd Mayweather and a Mike Tyson, whose brands are so big. This is going to be a big fight. It's going to be, just because it's a freak show, circus fight, whatever you want to say. Some people are going to be mad at it. I don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. But the curiosity is always going to get the best of the masses, especially if they put this on Netflix or Amazon or whoever, right? And that's the reality. A lot of these new fighters, Gen Z fighters, people under 30, they're not marketing themselves.
As the boxing world continues to grapple with the rise of legacy exhibitions, the Tyson-Mayweather announcement forces an uncomfortable question: what is the sport truly preserving? For every fan eager to see legends share the ring one last time, there is another who wishes their memories remained untouched by time. Ariel Helwani's concerns echo a growing sentiment that these events prioritize spectacle over safety and profit over purpose. Whether viewed as a celebration of greatness or a cautionary tale about walking away too late, one thing remains certain: the conversation around aging fighters will only grow louder as more icons answer the call for one more night in the spotlight. What do you think? Are these exhibitions harmless entertainment or a risk to legacy and health? Drop your take in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more boxing analysis.